Hey guys, welcome back to Jurassic Collectibles. I finally got my Vice Press poster framed up and I have to say I'm really pleased with how it looks. If you didn't see our review on this one, link is down below. But today we're not looking at this. Today we are looking at this. It's just arrived in the post. Sometimes we get production use pieces on the channel and today is one of those special days. You know it's a special video when Jurassic Collectibles has brought his white gloves along. So let's get stuck right in. This came up for auction a little while back and I couldn't resist owning a piece of Jurassic Park history. Okay, we're in. I'm gonna put on my trusty little gloves here. Oh, and here we go. Oh, this is very, very exciting. So here is the piece in question. So as a big fan of Jurassic Park, it doesn't get much more exciting than production use pieces. Now, the pieces contained in here are actually made at Stan Winston Studios. And I don't actually own any piece from this particular dinosaur. Okay. So yeah, this is the certificate of authenticity, and this comes from the Icons of Pop Culture, and very nice indeed. And if you haven't heard of Icons of Pop Culture, I believe they were previously screen used. They seem to have changed their branding, and they're now Icons of Pop Culture, and they do hold auctions from time to time. Just going to be very careful. Just cut these open on the top with the knife, and then I'm gonna put my gloves back on. Okay, inside there we have little baggies containing the pieces themselves. Okay, so this is really exciting. Here we have 3 production made Dilophosaurus claws for the Dilophosaurus scene in Jurassic Park. So these would have been cast, painted and weathered for the Dilophosaurus for Jurassic Park, and these were in fact stand-in claws. So claws not screen used, but made for the puppet should anything go wrong, and multiples of everything were made so that they had backups, and that means that these are in lovely pristine but also weathered condition to look like you know, they were ready to go on the puppet. And I believe these are the hand claws, just looking at the size, but I could be wrong. But they look absolutely amazing. Now I'm really excited because I'm a huge fan of the Dilophosaurus in Jurassic Park. It's one of my favorite dinosaurs. It's a beautiful dinosaur. It's embellished, and it's also a point of contention for some dinosaur fans, but I've always loved the Dilophosaurus in Jurassic Park. And I don't own anything that was production used or made for Jurassic Park from the Dilophosaurus, so this is a first for me, and I'm really excited to share this with you. So it appears there are 2 larger claws. On the base they do exhibit the little mounting holes that they would have used to attach them to the animatronic threaded bar that would have threaded into the animatronic puppet and kept the claws secure. These look gorgeous even just looking at them in this packet. So let's get them out of the bag and take a look at them individually. I'm going to start with the smallest one first. Oh, this is so exciting. This for me is real Christmas stuff. You know, just the kind of tangible connection to something that Stan Winston's guys made. The fact that this was actually made at Stan Winston's in, you know, the early 90s, 91, 92, when they were making Jurassic Park. You just can't get better than that. It's just amazing. So here we have the first little claw, and oh man, this is gorgeous. I just love that kind of gloss finish that brings out all that detail. There's lovely little striations towards the base, and the sculpt is just incredible. It's just really, really nice. And to think someone sculpted this and then it was cast and weathered, there's some lovely weathering underneath there. It just looks incredible. There's the mounting hole at the end. Oh, this is so cool. And it's so tiny, you know, it's so small, but to me, it's the kind of artistry that goes into making something so nice and so perfect. It's got these really nice sort of distinct ridges along the top, and I think when I was looking at the images of the pieces, that was what stuck out to me as being completely different to the other dinosaur claws and teeth and things that I own. So that is really, really nice. It's a lot more glossy than I expected, and they obviously kind of prepped it knowing that maybe it was going to be out in the rain, and they thought that maybe, you know, using a high gloss wouldn't be a bad decision. I could be wrong, but from the other claws and things that I've seen of like the raptor, for example, they tend to look a little bit more matte. There's like a nice ridge running along the top there, and yeah, it's just beautiful. I feel like Alan Grant holding the raptor claw. Yeah, I just pretty cool. And that's the smallest one, so let's take a look at the next one. Okay, wow, this one's more substantial. Look at this beast. Wow. Just look at all those lovely sculpted striations. You know, someone really spent a long time sitting there sculpting and making this thing look perfect. It's got these wonderful little cracks running through it. Again, we've got the kind of ridges going along the top and this nice sort of this line running down the center there. It's not like some of the other dinosaurs I've seen where the striation is along the middle. It's actually nearer the top. So it's got its own distinct look. And again, we've got that sort of recess underneath with the weathering. It's got that lovely high gloss finish again. It's much more hooked than the other dinosaurs that I've seen. I think that's the thing I'm taking away from the Dilophosaurus claws, is that they are so hooked. But just look at that, I mean, so cool. There's the mounting hole. Just a really beautiful little piece. Amazing, amazing. Right, let's have a look at number 3. So this one's similar to the last in its size, but yeah, beautifully detailed, really beautifully weathered. Again, that lovely high gloss. The weathering just really sticks out. Underneath you've got that recessed area, and on this one they decided not to weather it so visibly. If I bring in the second one again, you can kind of see how these compare. Trying to work out if they're the same sculpt, but they're not, no. I think the variations, yeah, the variations are too dramatic. So it is actually an individual sculpt. It would have been very easy to have used the same claw here, but they've actually gone to the trouble of sculpting a unique claw. Look at that. Just looks real, doesn't it? Just beautiful work from Stan Winston Studios. So yeah, there we go. So there we have it, 3 very beautiful and unique claws for the Dilophosaurus from Jurassic Park. As I said, these were production used, they weren't screen used, so they would have been used as backups. But as you can see, they've been painted and weathered for on-set use. And it's just so wonderful to own pieces that come from the original Stan Winston Studios when Jurassic Park was made. That kind of history for me is priceless, and it's just an honour to be the kind of custodian of these for my lifetime. So yeah, just wonderful pieces, and I'm just really excited to share them with you today. I hope you've enjoyed this close-up look at a production use piece. Let me know in your comments down below if you're a big fan of the Dilophosaurus too. In the meantime, rate, comment and subscribe, and check out our other videos. Okay, bye guys.